Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. And on tap tonight, it's the Detroit Pistons going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves here at Target Center. This is Brian Anderson at the table with basketball royalty, Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, our reporter. And let's look at the Western Conference standings as the playoffs approach. Taking a look at Minnesota, and they're sitting with the 5th seed in the conference currently.
Seeing where the Timberwolves are, they're so focused on holding their ground now in the last month of the season. And of course, missing the play-in tourney means extra time to rest. They know how crucial that is for the playoffs.
Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Harris and Duren together in the middle. Then it's Duncan Robinson, then it's Thompson, and it's Jenkins in at point guard. And for the Timberwolves, Randall and Gobert are in the middle, from one side of the court to the other.
Yeah, B.A., you can get whiplash watching these teams run up and down the floor. They like to get it and go without any hesitation.
Outside Robinson. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Now here's DiVincenzo. Defense right on him. Pass to Randall. Back to DiVincenzo. Shot clock at 5. Unloads. And he's off on his first shot of the game. Here's Jenkins. DeSumo on the double. Outside Robinson. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Out to DiVincenzo. Tries it from the top of the key, and he nails the jumper.
We love DiVincenzo's offensive approach, always willing to work for a basket.
Harris outside. McDaniels against Thompson. Here's Jenkins. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Shot from the top of the key. The rebound by Detroit. And this is the first season matchup for them against Minnesota.
These teams were similar last year, both in how they treated this head-to-head matchup and where they finished in the standings.
Yeah, this is really tight. I mean, it's splitting hairs when you talk about these teams. You get the feeling if they played 10 games, each side would win 5.
Not exactly what they're looking for out of the gates. Just 1 of 4 shooting.
DeSumo with it, working on Robinson. That one drops for him. DeSumu's got 5 points.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Robinson. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game.
1 of 5 to start the game. They have to slow down, just play their brand of basketball.
And offensive rebounding, one of Rudy Gobert's specialties, Grant.
Yeah, in some games, over half his points come from second-chance opportunities. You know, B.A., even when you block him out, he can reach right over you and get that ball.
DeSumo can't hit.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
And the dunk by Duren.
He is ferocious on alley-oops. With his good hands and wingspan, Duren makes for an easy target on the lob.
Now here's Randall. His last outing, he had 24 points. DeSumo, the pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Randall. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
Taking it himself, Randall changes who he is when the jumper goes in.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Thompson, a screen on DiVincenzo. Pass to Robinson. Let's go with a 3. He can't get it to go.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
DiVincenzo, pass to Randall. DeSumo outside. Shoots over Robinson. Duren with a rebound. Pistons trail by 4. Thompson with it. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
Right side, DiVincenzo. McDaniels up top, defended by Thompson. Here's Randall. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
I doubt that's what they were looking for, but it works out.
Detroit has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. Harris outside. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. DiVincenzo, the pass to Randall. McDaniels against Thompson. Here's Gobert. The rebound by Detroit. They're fresh off a win against the Pelicans.
And you'd have to think that luck played a part in that one. I mean, the opponent had an off night at the defensive end for sure.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
And the Timberwolves with possession here, after the Pistons picking up a basket just moments ago. DeSumo with it, working on Robinson. McDaniels from long range. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And here's Thompson for 3. They grab their own miss. And count it. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
Well, you guys know what I say about rebounding. It always is about positioning and hustle, pursuing the ball, and Harris does that well.
Well, Grant, Tobias Harris has been around the league. What's his best asset?
You know, I think it's his reliability and versatility. Harris is always on the floor, having led the NBA in games played multiple times. And he just gets the job done.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Clark is checked in for McDaniels. And it's Highland in for DiVincenzo. Clark heading into the postseason. Some teams have bet it all on star power, while others have bet on chemistry.
Hey, I think continuity and chemistry are really the most important components to winning a championship, because every team in the league has talent. Some have more talent or more superstar talent, but you've got to have a chemistry, a continuity, a connectedness that helps you work through the tough spots in the season and certainly in the playoffs.
Now here's Highland. Sasser defending. Pass to Clark. Second chance effort. Duran with a rebound. Duran's got his 4th rebound in this one. Sasser outside. Off target with the 3. If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
Here's Highland, still without a bucket. DeSumo for 3. The rebound by Detroit. Duran's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the left side wing. Detroit moving the ball around. Back to Harris. Releases. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Harris has got 7 points in the game.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
No good on the buzzer beater. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Pistons on top, up 3. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Pistons.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
The Pistons lead by 3, setting the floor for the Pistons. Marcus Sasser is out there with Kevin Huerter.
5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Ingles is checked in. And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025. And now they look to just keep on rising.
Now here's Conley. Holland with a rebound. Sasser outside. Pass to LeVert. Inside, it's tipped. Reed, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction. And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Now here's Highland. Taking a look at his production. Averaging just over 8 points a game. Reed can't hit. Detroit leading by 8. Down low. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
A slam dunk by Reed.
Saving that trip. Nas Reed turning a miss into a bucket.
For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Minnesota with some changes. Randall, he's checked in for Ingles. McDaniels comes in for Clark. And it's DiVincenzo in for Conley. Detroit also making some changes. Duran, he's checked in for Reed. Robinson comes in for LeVert. Jenkins comes in for Sasser. Here's Holland. Checked by Randall. And the dunk by Duran.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now here's DiVincenzo. A 17-point game for him in the win against Houston. Pass to Highland. From deep. Hits the three-pointer. Highland's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Outside Robinson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Timberwolves trail by 7. DiVincenzo pass to Randall. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Randall, the big fella, knocking it down from deep.
Clark, when you look at the evolution of Julius Randall, talk about his playmaking.
Yeah, he's worked on trying to see things as they develop a little more, and I imagine he's done a lot of film study. I could only attribute some of his improvement to that. He's looking for others intentionally and aggressively, so I think that's part of why his teammates enjoy playing with him. They know he's making the effort to distribute the basketball.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved. The team has improved, but we're not finished yet. Back over to you, Brian.
On the rise. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Here's Jenkins after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Detroit moving the ball around. No one near him. Good. He hits the jumper. Jenkins has got his second basket on the night. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here.
Now on the court is your back-to-back high squad. Get on the game.
Gobert's checked in for Reed. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Thompson's checked in. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 12-4 run. Randall outside. Outside McDaniels. Tries a 10-footer. And that one's long. The Pistons leading. Robinson passes to Thompson. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Just making it look good. The finger roll. Such a classy move.
Randall outside. The 3, DiVincenzo. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 3 assists tonight.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Here's Jenkins. He had 19 points in the win against New Orleans.
So much of the offense ran through him. Looking at the assist total, we saw how unselfish he can be.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Outside McDaniels. Right wing. From behind the arc. And another 3 from Minnesota.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Detroit has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Duran, no good.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Now here's Highland. 8 points in his last time out. Clock at 6. Pass to Gobert. Now McDaniels. Over Thompson. Jenkins with a rebound. And the Wolves still seeking their first title, Clark.
Yep, the Lakers won 5 championships when they played in Minneapolis, B.A., way in the day. The Timberwolves joined the league in 1989, and they're still trying to bring another basketball title to the city.
And so it's Highland who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. This game following their win against the Rockets.
And you know, some games you're plagued by false starts and slow momentum. You could tell they were getting frustrated.
And you know what? Even though it was a frustrating night shooting the ball, they found a way to get it done and pulled it out. And a win's a win, and that ultimately is all that matters.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. He's checked in for the Timberwolves. And the switch here also for Detroit. Harris has checked in for Holland. The Pistons trailing. Pass to Harris. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Harris has got 9 points.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Harris on the wing. 1:11 left in the second period. Shoots over Randall. Harris misses. Minnesota leading by 3. Outside, DiVincenzo. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's his first foul. And Minnesota with possession here. Gobert on the high post. Working on Duren. Clock at 4. Dosunmu. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. And it's a 5-point Minnesota lead.
And they seem to have a hard time picking good shots in the first quarter, but it's all coming together now for them here.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start. Finding a rhythm right now.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Now here's DiVincenzo. He's got 5. The 17-footer, and he gets the jumper to drop. Dosunmu's got 4 points this quarter.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Gets it off. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
How about that? A perfect finish to the half for them to tack another 3 points onto their lead.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Hey, 3 points is better than 2. They built this lead by tacking on that extra point at the end of possession. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
On the court now with J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach, as we approach the second half, what's going to be the deciding factor?
Just maintain. I think there were some things defensively that we left on the table where we gave up some cheap ones because we didn't communicate. So we solved those. I think we give ourselves a good shot going into the half.
All right, thanks so much, Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
And thank you for joining us as with 2 quarters in the books, it's looking good for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
3 has been their magic number. They are shooting that thing.
Shooting it for real. Hitting those shots opens up everything for them. They should have a lot of room to operate in the second half.
And now, as the season winds down, a look at the Western Conference picture.
I think for the Timberwolves, they're in good position. Definitely among the top teams in the conference.
And just as important as the seeding is how you're playing down the stretch. They're trying to dial it in. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Dosunmu really making a difference here.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Pistons trail by 8. McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. Dosunmu out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Gobert in at the center position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Now here's Harris for 3. Robinson. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Outside McDaniels. DeSumo on the wing. Shoots over Robinson. DeSumo can't hit. And so it's Harris with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. Thompson outside. Well, Grant, we know teams are hunting triples like never before. What's the line before you get a little three happy, though?
Well, B.A., I don't care how well you're shooting it. If you have an opportunity to get to the rim, you have to take it.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Randall on the screen. DiVincenzo, pass to McDaniels. Just 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Randall can't hit. Pistons trail by 8. Throws it up high. Out to Thompson. And there's the whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Detroit shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
That free throw misses. And he's good on the second. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Pass to Gobert. Back to DiVincenzo. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. DeSumo, the pass to Gobert. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got rebound number 8 now.
Ice cold coming out of the half. That's 0 for 3.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play we'll remember from this game, clearly.
Well, you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh, my, B.A. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways, but when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special.
And it's Detroit with the ball, following the three-pointer by Minnesota. Pass to Robinson. Harris up top. And here is Thompson. Off target from three-point range.
It has been a shaky start this half for their offense, shooting just 1 of 5.
Randall can't hit.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Duren finds Harris. Gobert against Robinson. The Pistons need to get one up quick. Jenkins misses. Minnesota leading by 8. Randall outside. Back to Daniels. Randall outside. There's the triple. The rebound by Detroit. Harris has got 5 rebounds in the game. For 3, Robinson knocks it down from distance.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
The Timberwolves have gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. Randall drops in the layup for 2. Randall's got 11.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
Outside Robinson. Takes the 3, and Detroit another 3.
Defensively, you've got to apply more pressure to a shooter of his caliber.
The Timberwolves have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Pass to McDaniels. Now here's Randall. And he banks in the layup. And that's 13 points for Julius Randle.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Reed's checked in. Holland, he's checked in for the Pistons. Pass to Robinson. Thompson scanning the floor. Now Harris. 6 on the shot clock. No good off the back of the rim. And so it's Reed with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 6-point lead. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at Dallas. They'll match up against the Mavericks. It'll be the start of a 3-game trip on the road. And there's McDaniels. That one's good on the assist by Reed. McDaniels got his second bucket of the night. Pass to Jenkins. The 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 11 rebounds in the game. DeSumo goes in. DiVincenzo on the wing. Nails it from 3. And now an 11-point Minnesota lead.
And the three-point shot of DiVincenzo is dangerous. Defense cannot allow him to get airspace from there.
Many players have size. So what makes Rudy Gobert such a good interior defender, Clark?
Well, size is part of it, clearly, B.A., but timing is the big thing. And then awareness, recognition of what the situations are and being able to adjust your body position accordingly. And then anticipation. I mean, timing and anticipation, awareness, those are the things that make really good defenders.
And the Timberwolves with possession here, following the score by Detroit. Outside Reed. Shoots over Holland. Offensive rebound. Here's Gobert. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
What a finish by Gobert, absorbing the foul to earn an and-one trip.
Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
They've also found a lot of shots at the arc in this one and allowing their good shooters to tee it up.
And the Pistons making a change here. Duran, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. Karis LeVert comes in for Thompson. Herter's checked in for Robinson. And Sasser subbed in for Jenkins.
You know, he gets there so often. Gobert would like to make these at a higher clip. Look, when you play as a team, good things tend to happen for you.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. getting ready for the Timberwolves. Julius Randle's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Highland, he's checked in for DeSumo. And Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. .110 left in the third quarter here. Outside Conley. Lets it fly. Unable to get that one. Pistons trail by 9. Sasser left side. Takes a 13-footer. Rebounded by Highland. Minnesota's gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Randle outside. And here's Clark for 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Herter. From outside, off the mark. Minnesota leading by 9. And here's Highland. Give him 8 points now. Randle, a screen on Herter. Highland, the pass to Randle. And it's Randle with the jam.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. The flow of the game has favored them in general. But hey, the tide can shift. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Holland out there with Jalen Duren. Then there's Marcus Sasser. Then there's Kevin Herter. And it's LeVert in at the 3 spot.
Right there, Conley working his magic inside. He is crafty near the rack.
Here's LeVert. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. Herter can't hit.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Randle outside. And there's the foul. It'll go on Marcus Sasser. That's his first foul of the game. Highland finds Conley. Another one falls for Minnesota.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's Duren. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
They're almost impossible to stop Duren inside. Wow. Just wow.
Conley passes to Reed. Over Duren. Reed can't hit. Pistons trail by 13. Now here's LeVert. Sasser outside. 4 on the clock. Herter from long range. And no good. And so it's Highland with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Outside Reed. Randle right side. Holland with a rebound. Holland's got 4 rebounds now. Here's LeVert. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible.
You know, you can see the confidence level LeVert has by how often he hunts for his shot, especially from there.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. Shannon comes in for Clark. And a switch here also for Detroit. Thompson's checked in. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. And they told their team, no easy threes. Let's guard that arc. Don't let anyone get an open look. With the lead, they want to close this one out with their perimeter defense. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now here's Conley. Left side, Highland. Ooh, some solid defense from Herter. Pistons trail by 11. From outside the arc, Sasser gets the bucket. Sasser's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's going to make you pay.
Pass to Gobert. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert. And let's see what the Minnesota Timberwolves have coming up. On Monday, they'll take on Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Thursday, they'll be taking on Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons.
And looking at the Philadelphia matchup, it's going to be a hard-fought battle. You just hope they are able to execute their game plan, as it should be a close one.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Tobias Harris checked in for Holland. Robinson comes in for Herter. Jenkins comes in for Sasser. Knocks down the triple.
They've still got work to do, but it's impressive how they've battled back. I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
Gets the 3 ball to go. Shannon's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it. A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Harris. And Gobert with a block.
This has always been a highlight of Gobert's game. Elite rim protection.
Pass to Shannon. Lets it go from deep. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got his 5th assist in this one. Pistons trail by 11. Here's Jenkins. Outside Robinson. On the wing, Thompson. Duran the screen. Beyond the arc. Thompson, no good.
Trying to match three, sometimes you get too amped up and it affects your ability to knock down the shot.
Here's Jenkins. Pass to Harris. Up and over Conley. Gets it to fall from the right block.
Boy, he sure is a talented combo forward with terrific feel for the game. Harris can score in bunches.
Now Conley. Here's Shannon. Back to Conley. Fires for 3. Gobert passes to Conley. Harris against Randall. Good D by Harris. Pistons trail by 9. Thompson in the post. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
And Chris Finch has called timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Minnesota with some changes. McDaniels is checked in for Shannon. DeSumo comes in for Highland. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Minnesota leading by 7. DiVincenzo driving. A thunderous two-hander with authority.
Look at how DiVincenzo burst inside on the drive. Gave the defense no time to set up.
For Detroit, they've gotten 6 of 10 attempts to drop in the fourth quarter. Oh, missed on the tray. For Minnesota, they've got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. Now Randall. He launches. The free ball is down.
You know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
Now here's Harris. Duran with a screen on Randall. Harris. No good from 3. Minnesota's gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts here in the fourth. Outside DiVincenzo. Now Gobert. Randall with it. Oh, ferocious from Gobert.
Double-digit boards, a regular occurrence for Gobert. Makes it easier to get those second-chance hoops, too.
Pistons trail by 14. Now Harris. He gets it to go.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Yes, sir! Count it!
Boy, he loves pounding that ball. Randall driving right through contact.
Duran with a screen on Randall. Harris! And he grabs the board and finishes it off.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Timberwolves.
Man, the bench brought lots of energy tonight.
I'll tell you, when your reserves can score it like that, it puts your team in a great position to win.
And with another win in the bag, they've racked up 46 total on the year.
And these teams meet only twice a year. Different conferences, so there's a bit of a feeling out process. I thought they made good adjustments along the way and just did what they had to do against Detroit.
And one of the league's superstars, producing as he always does. What a terrific game for Julius Randle.
Tremendous contribution from him scoring the basketball. Everywhere you look, his fingerprints were all over this game.
Now here's Dosunmu. Oh, he misses the layup. Now here's Robinson. Not a lot of room.
Timberwolves foul. Julius Randle. Second personal foul. First team foul. 2 shots. Tobias Harris.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second one. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And Allie LaForce has something for us on the sidelines. Hey, Allie.
Dante, you won state titles in high school, 2 national titles at Villanova, and now a growing role in the NBA. What has been the secret to your success?
It's my ability to adapt. Different teams, different dynamics of different teams, and just my ability to adapt to that team and fit.
Sky's the limit, guys.
All right, thanks, Allie. And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Julius Randle.